morning, folks. Tabo Tom here, sitting out here in Batangas. Sorry I had to vent so much yesterday, but I did kind of hit a point here where, you know, I just thought my 8 years at Tabo and would have been over with. You know, you think, silly me thinking buying a new house I'm going to get things that work right. You know, and here I go with going to have to buy a pressure pump and all this. I had them when I had well water in the States, in a couple places. I understand that, but now comes the problem is, I'm glad I got that water filter in the back. Maybe I can hook it up out there, but the problem is no electricity. There's nothing set up for this now. This is something I personally think should have been disclosed by the company and offered a provision. They could make more money at this. They could offer it, you know, but they just don't. I don't think this company really cares. I think they're like what we used to call cookie cutter. Throw them up and get out. I don't think that from what I'm seeing and what I'm showing you guys, the only reason I'm doing this is so you guys see this and don't get put into the same position as us. This one, when we came into this was advertised as a premier builder, fancy schmancy, the best one around. We heard this from a lot of places, and if this is the best, excuse me, that the Philippines has to offer. Now I know there's a lot of people sent me some fellow sent me something about these beautiful places up around what is that, Manila and all this. No, I don't want to be there. I definitely don't want to be there. And first house I looked at, $68 million. Come on, that's nice if you got that kind of money to throw around. Yeah, great. But I personally think a pressure pump should have been offered, and there should have been a provision to add it somewhere. How can I add it now? That's just my thoughts. I never got any kind of schematics on any electricity, where anything goes. I worked residential, and when we did that, we had to give them a turn in a drawing, especially when I got into commercial and stuff. The plumbers had to turn it in, where it was, what it was doing, and all this. Here, they don't even know. The project manager that was here yesterday, guys, this is just me. And my wife she says, mate, you shouldn't be that way. Well, wait a minute. This project manager that come out here and was, they dug a hole. He had this new plumber guy come out and dug the hole down to get to this drain pipe from the sinks. That's only a 2-inch. It's smaller than the poop pipe. His job is to oversee this and choreograph the job and check to make sure things are done right. So here this big strapping fella comes out here, and they have to dig a hole in my concrete down to a pipe that was just taken to dirt. It had another little ways to go to get inside of the septic tank, and this guy has to get in there, and he's a new plumber, and he fixed it right up. I like the guy. But I wanted the tip. I left a tip, and I wanted to give it to him, 500 pesos, but it wound up with, I don't know if the project manager is going to give it, but I didn't want to leave him a tip. That was his job to make sure this was done right in the first place, not to oversee somebody smashing up concrete with a hammer, in my yard. This is just me, guys. It's just the way I'm seeing it. But it's 3:30 in the morning. I popped up about 45 minutes ago. I just don't like the idea of that I'm taboing again, and now we've got buckets. We have buckets and tabos in the bathroom, just like we did before, in a brand new Demeter Land Development Corporation home built. Somebody said on there it's not the builder's responsibility to provide water pressure. Wait a minute. They're developing this land. If they're the ones developing it, then where's the water tank? I was in a development. I was in one in Carmona Estates. They built the water tanks. They put all these and these are 500,000 gallon water tanks. These are big tanks, and each phase has got one. We had great pressure over there, fantastic. There was no hot water in that house or anything like that, but at least it had plenty of pressure. I mean, you can go out and wash the car and spray the dirt off real easy. But here, I'm looking at the tank. It's a little tiny tube tank. Kind of like a Petticoat Junction type tank. Why aren't they building? No, they want to put all kinds of houses in. They don't want to waste any real estate on putting a water tank. I mean, heaven forbid we would have to supply water to these people too. That's just my thinking. But we're up. We're getting ready for our coffee. My little sweetheart's up too. Little Geronimo came in and climbed with us last night. I guess he missed us because he was sleeping in the room with the kids, and that was so sweet. He's a little love and a hug, and you know what? I sure didn't need that last night. I needed that little guy to come in and give me a hug. My sweetie does, but it was just different because he's so innocent and pure, that little guy, and he was just holding my face and hugging me. I think he knew it was up. Hope you guys don't mind me venting, but like I said, I just hit a point where, this is what you get here. This is just what you get. Somebody also said that there was, builders in the U.S. do this too. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I worked for 5 different builders. I worked residential. One of them was a guy who just, knocked out houses. He was doing 80 houses a year. Constantly had them going. He was the builder. He had his good guys. He was super strict. His houses, he put his name on them. They were done. We worked for a premier builder that was building these mansions, these big, beautiful brick mansions, 3,000 feet and up. That guy and his son was there, always checking things. He had project managers that were on your butt, and more. I worked for 3 other ones too. One of them was another one. He was about mid-level homes, built-in developments. His father would come in and put the sewers in, and the water lines, and the underground electric. They were developers, and then the sons built the houses. Nothing like this ever happened, guys. Now, we did have one where we got called in at 12 o'clock at night because our electric was leaking. Thanks, sweetheart. Got my coffee, but our electric was leaking, so we jumped in the truck and we headed over there. Well, what happened was it was a big 4-tube, 4-foot fluorescent cloud light, and it had water in it. So the woman called us because our name was on the panel, said our electric was leaking. Well, we called the builder and we went upstairs, and the way the joist spaces run, we found exactly where it was coming from. So we shut the water off to the toilet upstairs. It was the toilet thing was leaking, and it filled the whole space with water, and it was too late because it broke the clips on our cloud thing, and it smashed down on their island, and that was a holy mess. So that was something that got missed. That definitely got missed over there too. So it can happen, but that was the only time I ever heard of that. I had never heard of anything like that happening before, and it got all fixed. The builder, he got in there and just redid everything. It was one of those places where the customer was pushing to get in. They were pushing to get in. Now me, I was pushing them to get in here too, but I'll tell you what, those people that pushed to get in, they were pushing to get this house done in 90 days, and this was a big 2,500 square foot home. I don't think I was really pushing that bad after 2+ years of waiting on these people to get up off their stinking butts and get the house done. So sorry guys, and this Demeterland people in the office, they can say whatever they want about me being a foreigner, expecting this or that, but something, I do. I expect when I pay money to get just things done that should be right. This water pressure thing, this is what I'm going to have to deal with now. And I'm telling you guys, it's not going to get better as more houses go up here. You think the water pressure is going to get better when more people start using it? I don't get it. But I did see somebody in there. I think it was JC. I don't know if you're Filipino or you know something about this, but you say that developer isn't responsible for water. Well, I guess because they put faucets in, at least we got a trickle of something coming. I guess this is what you need to expect in the Philippines. That yeah, maybe if you turn on the spigot and no water comes out, it's not the developer's fault. You know, their land development corporation. It doesn't say Demeter Land Home Builders. It doesn't. It says Demeter Land Development Corporation. It's right on their damn door. Big signs saying that. So they're developing these developments, these closed-in developments that I wanted to be in, expecting, oh, silly me, expecting that it was going to be something, you know, that everything worked as advertised. I mean, you know, it's just, maybe I'm just stupid, but when I see pictures of these homes and they show nice kitchen faucets and all this stuff and nice showers, you know, I expect you to turn that on and you're going to get a nice shower. Silly me. You know? just silly me. But I have to honestly say, it was really nice. It was really nice that my little buddy Geronimo, it was so cute. He grabbed me by the face and he just gave me a big hug around the neck. And talk about getting toned down real quick. It was just, he's the sweetest kid, and he is the most in tune with people's feelings. Me, I can look at people and I can know exactly what's going on with them, you know, how they're feeling, even if they're trying to hide it. And he's got that same thing. He's really in tune with what's going on, and he is such a beautiful little fella. And he knew it was up, even though they were in the room when I was making the video, and after he came in afterwards. He came peering in a couple times, you know, wondering if it was okay to come in. Come on, buddy, get in here. But he is definitely a blessing from the good Lord above. They all are. They all are. But he is just somebody. He's really something special. But I'm going to get inside. It's raining now. You can see I got my thing on. It's nice and chilly here. So I'm going to let you guys go. 7th of May. And this is Rick Shaw out.